Anyways, I'm still reading the New York Post, and to follow up to this Louis C.K. thing that I was just talking about. God damn it. Just click on ads. Okay, here we go. Janine Garofalo, this is from today, January 12th, 2019. Janine Garofalo defends Louis C.K. Leave him alone. Enough with it. There are so many issues going on. He's been my friend forever. Leave him alone if for no other reason to worry about his daughters. Now, she believes the outrage is unfair. It's so unfair. Blah, blah, blah. Don't kick a person when they're down. He is paid heavily, comma. Then she says heavily, comma again. And his family is paid heavily. Heavily is not the best descriptor, I think. Anyways, based on like the email conversation that I read in the excerpt previous to this, he's kind of a dick. He's kind of the kind of guy that makes all men look bad because he does not take responsibility for his actions. Ain't nobody perfect out there. Ain't nobody perfect. Nobody. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not saying that. But he's kind of slimy. And I was kind of rooting for him a little bit. I was kind of rooting for him a little. Hey, Louis C.K. That's from comedians getting coffee in cars. Which they pulled that episode. Jerry Seinfeld pulled that episode of his good friend, Louis C.K. I don't know if they're friends. I was kind of rooting for him. He's kind of like a schlep. I'm a schlep. There's a lot of schleps out there. I'm rooting for the schleps. He, that email, again, refer to the previous excerpt, he's kind of slimy. He's like, I should have worn a condom, man. I didn't mean to give you the STD, but it's all out there. It's out there. It's in the human bloodstream, man. It's in the bloodstream. He says it just like that, bloodstream. I don't know that you should be defending that. I feel like you should be sitting that person down, if that's my friend, and being like, you're a douchebag. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get your fucking shit together. For your daughter, get your shit together. People hate you, and rightly so. I've known you forever. I'm your bud. But I'm a little like off you now. That's what people are saying. And full disclosure, I hate that expression. I really like Janine Garofalo. I like her a lot. I've always been attracted to her. Her brain, her sense of humor, and also she's very pretty. She's my type. I saw her once in a Starbucks in Soho. I love her. I think she's the best. I think she's very heavily underrated. See how I use heavily? But she is. She's very heavily underrated. She should be like the moon and the stars. She's a living treasure. But she should fucking get her fucking head out of her ass when it comes to Louis C.K. That was a little harsh. I'm sorry. I know how it is to like want to protect your friends and have their backs. I respect that. Hats off to that. But he's kind of a dickhead. Intentionally or unintentionally. But you got to fucking sit him down and be like, you're a fucking asshole. And you got to get your fucking shit together, man. Just putting that out there. I really do like Janine Garofalo. So yeah, instead of defending him, just fucking have a sit down, take him to Starbucks, somewhere, go for a walk, a drive, Subway. That would actually be pretty good. Go to Coney Island, I don't care. But just be like, what the fuck? Did you really say this shit? Like, do you believe this shit that just STDs are in the human bloodstream and that, like, blah, blah, it just happens. And I'm sorry I gave you the STD. That expression. And there should be an emoji for that. I do believe this. I don't mean to be harsh. I think she's wonderful. And I'm sure she's just defending her friend. But yeah, he's an asshole. Not like, like a frat asshole or like a stockbroker asshole. He's just, he's built this wall around himself and kept out decency. And I think that's because, like, he's very funny and probably very nice. Probably very lovable to his friends. People are like sticking up for him, so that says something. But still, he's built this wall around himself. And inside that wall, he has festered. And he's gotten used to saying terrible things and doing terrible things, thinking his actions are maybe okay or even a little bit funny. It's like, oh, I'm sorry I gave the STD, but someday we're going to have glass penises and electric vaginas. It's the future. The future. All right. Love you, Janine Garofalo.